Sound me freely.
How amusing.
Ow.
Woo! Excellent. Now that we are reconciled, I have a dozen research papers that could use peer review. As you seem to have free time right now, let us begin. May I keep it? I could use a few more skeletons in my closet. Silence yourself and listen. You've likely witnessed Grumpus limbs transforming into Bugsnax. I call this process Snackification. Under normal circumstances, this occurs at random. However, I have developed a method to direct the effect to specific limbs. It's simple once you understand the internal mechanisms behind the molecular dissemination of snack particles. The answers won't come to me without further testing. However, I have exhausted my research here. I will experiment on Snacksburg. I'll make a note of that. Shelder. That mummified fraud stoked Elizabeth's fear of my work, weaponizing her relationship to Eggabell, scrambling her fragile emotions, and fabricating a binary choice between myself and Elizabeth. And I am reasonably certain that Bugsnax will regrow it in its entirety. Eggabell truly understood my research. She was hungry to participate in it. Our work together was fruitful, even pleasant, until somebody interfered. I cannot make myself understood, so I lose patience, and I give up on understanding. Use the Snactivator again. Transform my limbs into cocomites. You again. You're good for something after all. Would you prefer I keep my severed leg in the outhouse? That is all. To think Elizabeth and Eggabell walked away from that. Pathetic. The local physician, Lisbeth's companion, very likely deceased. They give in to cowardice and ignorance because they cannot fathom the tremendous good that my research can do. Where was I? Yes. I have the password to Eggabell's personal storage box. It may be of interest to you. Triffany has convinced me of the historic and cultural value of expressive movement. Perhaps I should experiment. Snobbington, here to sabotage my career again? A bit of gastronomic biochemistry. Never mind the details. Ew. While I don't necessarily agree with you, I'll admit that there's more to learn about Bugsnax than I anticipated. Good riddance. Yum, yum, yum. Thank you. I'm trying very hard. Commencing experiment. My body remembers what I eat. The Snactivator can change snackified limbs into anything I've ever eaten. Very good. You're actually being useful. As for you, I require enough Bugsnax to fully transform my body. Only the sweetest and most filling will be acceptable. Every time I try to publish my groundbreaking research, you journalists instead churn out slander about my dangerous methods or my questionable behavior. Stop editorializing and focus on the science. That was regrettable. Indeed. Perhaps I could do something more measured if I had a full team, funding, and a great deal more subjects, but as usual, nobody's volunteering. Intriguing. Ha! I'm a scientist, not an exterminator. You do it if you're so inclined. I am Floofty Fizzlebean, the world's first gastroentomologist. Oh! I am not here to spew gossip for that obnoxious rag you call a newspaper. Put simply, I'm going to remove my head. As expected. I'm sorry to say, Professor Lotteblog, but you and this charming specimen are not related. Hello. Fascinating. Hiding purpose and frivolous waste. I will make use of this principle. Well met. For science! This means that all Bugsnax are one and the same. Each one could change into any other with the right stimulus. And now that is true of me. While I regret that all my research was destroyed, I have come away with a revelation. I cannot improve Grumpus kind if I refuse to understand it. It may be a long and frankly annoying endeavor, but it is one worth pursuing. To study Bugsnax, obviously. Unbelievable. I would think you at least would understand. Instead, you insist on being a selfish, spineless, slack-jawed baby. Since I have failed time and again to change their minds, the burden rests on me to complete the work. Perhaps then they will understand its value. Interesting. The old Snactivator was worthless scrap. I have updated it. I have learned much. Despite your general ignorance, you have been of use to me. Good job.
There's some for you. That's enough there. There you go.
That is all. I thought so. Leave me to my business, and I'll leave you to yours. Somebody who asks questions rather than answering them. Pardon me, I forgot your limitations. Remove as in cut off. Head as in the thinky part. Woo! Fat enough. But here comes someone with a healthy capacity for violence. Take this device and clear a path for us, please. Huh. Speak to the other grumpuses. See if you can find a volunteer among them. Away with you. If I combine these two, then what? Not quite sure. My experiment cost an arm and a leg, and nobody else was offering. Back to work. Excellent. That is one more thing I must do. Hand me the Snactivator. Huzzah! More specimens arriving! Absolutely not. I'm on the verge of a breakthrough. Now assist me or be gone with you. I borrowed one of my brother's patented Grumpinati traps and made some modifications. Salutations. Since my last discovery, I've been testing the limits of Bugsnax regeneration. Unfortunately, I've done all I can with this one leg. I want to try something rather more advanced. Farewell. That is all. Shoo. What? Yeah! I look forward to working with you further. You are asking for opinions instead of facts. I'm not going to discuss my feelings with you, you emotional parasite. Neurochemical flood. But not Snorpy. I know he's not a coward or a fool, which means that the error is mine. My work should stand for itself. I shouldn't need to put so much effort into explaining myself. But it does take effort. I need you to load the funnel at the back, and then we can begin. Aha! My leg is back.
Come on.
Mwah! Rhythmic gyration has no purpose. Change my mind. In baby language, I study Bugsnax and their effect on grumpuses. I'm having fun! Intriguing. Can you even comprehend what has happened? As is extracting feces from the latrine. Don't try to infect me with your cowardice. What you should care about is my work. That is what is truly important. I don't. That's what the experiment is for. What? Well, it would be more accurate to say that I'm going to remove my body. It is now capable of altering snack matter through a process of sonic anamnesis. Have caution! But I refuse to dwell on personal matters while there is yet more work to do. Oh? Very well. You're welcome to try. Where was I? Consider it a personal request. This could be my last meal after all. Stay still, you pugnacious pests! Gah, why did Snorbington make this so cumbersome? Snacks, combine. Nonsense. If my hypothesis is correct, I will be perfectly fine, and I will have advanced medical knowledge by a century. You are the ignoble journalist. Despite your lack of any and all useful skills, I require your assistance. Fascinating. There's no time for cowardice. Assist us! When you're finished with your amusements, come see me. We have work to do. My body has changed into more cocomites than I've eaten. Don't do anything I wouldn't. I cannot let this opportunity pass. Very well. If you insist, I will educate you. Once the device is activated, snacks will flow into my open mouth, thus triggering my regeneration. It's pitiful, isn't it? What a pleasant surprise. Welcome back, Dr. Batternugget. That's an odd color. I can rearrange fibrous tissue with electrostatic waves, but I cannot convince my own brother to help me. Oh, neat. Oh, please, don't try to dress up your cowardice. When Elizabeth Megafig was recruiting for her cult of personality, I observed something strange about her arm. She was keeping it hidden, but she displayed early stages of snackification. That piqued my interest. Science. How do they mix? I owe you an apology, brother. My earlier insults were unnecessary. Your inventions are quite valuable in capturing research samples, and I appreciate that about you. This is a serious setback. However, unlike the rest of these ignoramuses, I will maintain emotional distance. I will continue my work, no matter how great the risk. As expected. My name alone is enough to frighten them off. Yes, I surmise that is why I am inside the device and you are not. No matter how many Bugsnax I become, my body feels no different. Is there a threshold of grumpousness? When every cell of my body is Bugsnax, will I remain Floofty Fizzlebean, or will I simply be Bugsnax right down to the taste? I must find out. You've wasted enough of my time now. Leave. You still haven't told the green meathead how you feel. Now that that's over. Always a question worth asking. We're not finished yet. Obedience is a fine substitute for competence. With the others it is simple. I can write them off as ignorant, frightened children. What a meritless question. Results negative. Ultimately, Agabel chose sentiment over science. And I surmise that was the death of her. And perhaps that is cowardice on my part.
Boo. Some for you. 3.
Use it. Change my arm from Banopper to Strabby. Unstable snack matter. What if I took this and then I... No, that's not right. If you see Triffany, ask her what the osteoblast said to the osteocyte. It's hilarious.
All right, glug, glug, glug. Ding-a-ding-ding. Ba-boop.
Salutations. Now, use the Snactivator to its full potential. I want limbs of Noodler, Cocomite, Banopper, and Strabby all at once. I have a few more preparations to make. The experiment will begin in 24 hours. Oh, hello. I have to double-check my notes. Ow. I can feel it. The precipice. In Bugsnax, potential to understand the very nature of being. I would be a fool not to indulge. That's enough mortal danger for one day. Let's abscond while the Bugsnax have subsided. Agabel? If my hypothesis is correct, the Bugsnax can remember the shape of my body. You're interrupting personal business. Unless you have something intelligent to say, be gone. Please do. I'm quite curious to see the result. Will Beffica turn into Filbo or the Bugsnax he's eaten? Hold on a moment while I retrieve my notes. You again. Greetings. You're here. I have need of your assistance again. This is the Snactivator. Feed me Strabby. Poke Snactivator in foot. Foot turns into Strabby. Understand? The truth. Elizabeth was an arrogant coward, unlike Agabel. Try not to do anything too stupid. Snacksburg is inhabited again. A surprising discovery. Excellent violence! Simple. We find a way to get off the ground if the need arises. Take that! Good riddance. It is time to test that hypothesis. Use the Snactivator on my missing leg. Are you amazed? You've seen nothing yet.
Got it.
Don't be ridiculous. I've only eaten one Grumpus. Very good. I will allow you to field test the Snactivator for the time being. I, meanwhile, have some very interesting plans for my leg. I look forward to working with you further. Preparations for my grand experiment are nearly complete. Soon we will see if we can amend my ambulation. Now, my experiments were halted with the unfortunate disappearance of Egabel. Since the settlement's dissolution, finding new subjects has been vexing. Quiet, you! Doctor, you are only subjecting yourself to needless risk. Elizabeth is likely deceased.
Me.
Snorpington. Bugsnax can cure the sick, revitalize the frail. This discovery will reshape the world. I have a hypothesis that the substance leaking out of the volcano is not lava, but rather a superheated fondue. Unfortunately, my studies had to be put on hold when my sampling equipment melted. Hardly. It's not me they're truly afraid of.
I'm not back 5 minutes and we're in a crisis. Grumpa Naughty sabotage in action. Has Floofty been around? My sibling has long been prone to such sinister deeds and sneakery.
I'm not participating in your delusions, brother. You waste your talented mind playing spy games when you could be assisting my research. You took your precious time getting here. Any longer and my leg might have rotted away. Come, let's finish our work. Ow. But for now, simply transform my arm into a red banana. Fully transform my body, ideally with sweet Bugsnax. That is all. I simply wanted to continue my work, Egabel or no, but Shelda blamed me for the disappearances. I'm no stranger to witch hunts. I vacated before the pitchforks could come out.